In December 1900, three lighthouse keepers vanished from a remote group of islands off the coast of Scotland. No bodies were ever found. No clear explanation was ever confirmed. Only absence remained. The Flannan Isles are a small, uninhabited archipelago in the North Atlantic. The lighthouse, newly operational at the time, stood isolated against harsh weather and open sea. 3 men were assigned to maintain it: James Duckett, Thomas Marshall, and Donald MacArthur. Their job was routine. Their isolation was not unusual. On December 15, 1900, a passing ship noticed something strange. The lighthouse was dark. This was immediately concerning. The light was required to burn every night. A report was filed, but due to severe weather, a relief vessel could not reach the island until December 26th. When it finally arrived, no one came to greet it. Relief keeper Joseph Moore went ashore alone. As he approached the lighthouse, he noticed the door was unlocked. Inside, the building was quiet. Lamps were cleaned and refilled. Clocks had stopped. Beds were unmade, as if the men had left suddenly. The logbook told a fragmented story. Entries described severe storms, unusually violent even for the region. One entry mentioned damage to equipment. Another referred to one of the men being very quiet. The final entry, dated December 15th, ended abruptly. Outside, signs of destruction were found. Railings had been torn from the rocks. A supply box weighing over a ton had been displaced. The western landing area showed clear evidence of massive waves crashing far above normal reach. One detail stood out. 2 of the keepers' oilskin coats were missing. The third was left behind inside the lighthouse. This suggested that at least 2 men had gone outside during the storm. Standard procedure dictated that 1 man should remain inside at all times. He had not. No signs of struggle were found, no blood, no damaged interior. The men had not packed personal belongings. There was no indication they planned to leave. An official investigation concluded that the men were likely swept away by a rogue wave while securing equipment during the storm. The sea in that area was known for unpredictable surges. The explanation was plausible. It was not complete. The logbook entries were later questioned. Some language appeared emotional, uncharacteristic of trained keepers. One passage referenced prayer, unusual for official records. Whether these entries reflected fear, stress, or later embellishment remains unclear. There was also the question of timing. Weather records from the mainland showed severe storms after December 15th, but not before. Why the men described extreme conditions earlier remains unresolved. Over time, folklore filled the gaps. Stories emerged of arguments, madness, and supernatural forces. None were supported by evidence. The lighthouse itself continued operating, manned by others, with no further incidents. But the absence of the 3 men lingered. Unlike shipwrecks or known drownings, there were no remains, no confirmation. The sea did not return them. What remains compelling about the Flannan Isles case is not mystery in the dramatic sense, but uncertainty in the mundane one. Everything points to a natural explanation, and yet nothing confirms it. 3 experienced men violated protocol simultaneously. A logbook suggests distress but not panic. The environment was violent but not unprecedented. The case ends without a definitive moment of failure. No scream was heard. No final decision recorded. No mistake clearly identified. The lighthouse stands today as it did then, automated now, silent by design. The light turns on and off without human presence. The men are remembered in official reports as lost at sea. But loss implies a point of departure. In this case, there is none. The Flannan Isles keepers did not disappear in a single dramatic act. They faded out of the record, leaving behind a working lighthouse, an unlocked door, and a question that cannot be closed. The file remains unresolved,